Good morning, everyone. How you doing? I hope you are doing well. I'm doing fine. My name is Jerry Gloshay Jr. I'm Chief of Staff for the Executive Office of the Tribal Chairwoman, Gwendena Lee-Gatewood of White Mountain Apache Tribe. Today's Saturday, April 10, and it is a comfortable 68 degrees outside here at North Fork, Arizona. And so from wherever you are, God bless you. Let's welcome the Honorable Chairwoman Gwendena Lee-Gatewood. Hey, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good, good. Anything going on? Anything you want to announce before we get right to this? We got a full
Uh,
program. It looks like.
we have Earth Week coming up in 2 weeks. We're going to be talking about that later in a different segment of the show next week. But just to be prepared, and if you want to donate trash bags, safety vests, the disposable kind, water, whatever, we'll take it because we're on a mission to help clean up in a lot of places and want to thank the departments that have joined in. Many thanks to Brenda Pusher-Begay, who's leading the charge from the EPO office, her, Delbert Altaha, and the crew over there, and Solid Waste. They are always thinking ahead. So we'll be probably announcing those via email and various other media also on here. But quick birthday shout outs to Thana Sinqua. These are from the Facebook. Francine Realbird, Dakota Mansfield, Melody Lupi, Robin Lupi, Felicia Belin, Heidi Quesada. Thank you, Heidi. Happy birthday, Evancita Quintero. I have Lori Lister Frost. She's out there in Idaho. Doreen Myers Duncan was yesterday. Happy belated. Jay Sean Kane Joe was also yesterday. Esther Indian was yesterday. Lane Jones, Belina Truax, Mary Carter. Remember Mary Carter? Yesterday was her birthday. Berta Diaye, Denny Parker, Fernando Enriquez was all yesterday. And today, Jerry, is my brother Mike's birthday. I don't know if he watches the show. Last time he said he did. If so, happy birthday, Mike. I have to tell you a funny story. We were planning a surprise party for him and my sister the other day, and not both of them didn't show up. So we're like, how are we going to tell them to come and eat with us? So I call and I'm like, Mike, cool. Kondahna, and he's like, Hatoa, like, why? And I'm trying to think of ways to get him to, come and whatnot. And then my other sister calls him and she's trying to coax him. She finally has her little boy, who was with Mike at the time, to ask Uncle Mike to drive him to Pine Top. And he's like, why do you need to go to Pine Top? Anyway, after 5 sisters later, my brother Isaiah was like, I'm not going to call. I'll be a dead giveaway. But my sister finally at the end just said, we're here to celebrate your birthday. You got to come. So he finally showed up. But anyhow, yeah, he does a lot for the family, but we love him and we're very grateful for him. And Phoebe's birthday's on Monday. So happy early birthday, Phoebe.
Oh, good. Well, you know what you should have said? You should have said, Mike, I got my stimulus check just now. You have 20 minutes to get here. If you don't get here, it's your loss.
It's gone.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I am aware of Herbert's birthday from CBQ. Herbert Henry, is it? Yes. Yes.
His birthday's today?
Yeah, I think it was last weekend or Monday. I think Monday. And I know Ramon Riley's coming up. He'll be 80 years old next week. So happy early birthday, Ramon. All right, Chairwoman. Well, we got a pretty good different variety of stuff. We have an interview with Chairman Terry Rambler. We're going to have an update of the fire, of the G22 fire on the res. We got first things first. We have a surprise a family wants to do something.
Did we lose Jerry? Anyway, we have an exciting program today, and we have a guest that's here right now. He's the public information officer from the White Mountain Zone, so we'll go to him. Mr. Johnson, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
We have a fire out north of Sibique, and I believe the team is stationed out in Heber at the Black Mesa district, is it?
Some of them are. We're kind of spiking out in different areas because, of course, COVID concerns. We have to really spread our crews out and spread our camps out.
Okay. Well, why don't you give us an update of the G22 fire, what it's looking like, and if we have any containment, and the smoke that people are seeing. The floor is yours, sir.
So yeah, in the last couple of days, the wind has really been kind of an issue. It's been pushing from the west and pushing the fire towards the east. That kind of changed yesterday, kind of favorably for the firefighters, as the wind started coming more out of the north. That allowed the fire to kind of back into the wind and kind of slowed it down a little bit. When it's backing into the wind, it tends to slow everything down. So they were able to make some pretty good strides yesterday as far as doing some burnout operations. Current acreage right now on the G22 fire, 1,611 acres. Unfortunately, we don't have any containment yet, but we should soon. We're working in that grass and brush understory. The manzanitas are pretty receptive to fire as well. About 104 personnel that are on the fire, including engines. We've got a Type 3 helicopter. We've got different initial attack crews and some water tenders and various other crews. So more resources are coming in. If we get some favorable winds today as well, that should kind of tend to quiet things down a little bit as our firefighters are out there trying to corral this G22 fire.
And then when did the fire actually start, and what started it? Do we know?
It started on April 3rd, and currently the cause is unknown. They did have investigators go out there yesterday, but the cause is still unknown at this time.
Okay. Jerry, do you have any questions?
I missed the beginning maybe, but where exactly is it? How far westward from Heber Overgaard is this?
So this is just kind of south and east of Heber Overgaard.
Oh, southeast. Okay.
And then but from Sibique, it's about 10 miles northwest of Sibique.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, prayers going to you all. Go get it, and we'll be behind you. Silently, we're behind you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Do you still do your morning? Do you do morning briefings, or is it still in teams? Because I did get a notice the other day, but I didn't get one yesterday, and I was just wondering about that.
Yeah, right now they're trying to sort that out. There's some communication and connectivity issues, but they're doing the briefings just over the radio for now, not in teams, but maybe that'll be coming in the next couple of days.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Steve.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, be safe out there. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, that's starting kind of early this year. Scary. And it's been breezy lately, so boy, hopefully we get some moisture soon, Chairwoman.
Yeah, we need a lot of moisture in order to help the land and to help with these fire that start. And sometimes, we just don't know, but we always have to be careful on making sure the fire is doused. And remember, we had asked Candy if Smokey and Woodsy could be on the show to show the kids and us the proper way to drown a fire. So maybe the next show we could have them wherever they are, they could show us, and the kids could watch and all of us, and we would learn something about fire. So we'll have to work on that.
Okay. Chairwoman, do we have our friends from the three folks in Phoenix?
The Horseshoe guys, Mr. Producer, are they on? I know we had sent them a link. I don't know if they're having trouble joining, but for all of you out there, we have Brandon Tenegis Sr., Brandon Goklish, and Isaiah Lee at the state tournament in Horseshoe out in Phoenix. And we all know how great Brandon Tenegis is, but Isaiah and Brandon Goklish are also there competing at the state tournament, which tells me that they are getting up there in the ranks. And today they get to see who makes it to the state championships, and they'll be in singles and doubles. And Jerry, those Horseshoe guys, they don't stop. If you remember when we had the Customer Appreciation Day, was it, when it was just snowing and those guys were just throwing the shoes in the snow and the wind was blowing?
Do you mean when it was like 0 degrees? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They weren't stopping for nothing. Yeah, they wanted to keep going.
Yeah, but they're not here yet, so maybe we can get them on when the producer can let us know when they're here, but we can go on to the next
Okay.
item.
All right. Well, that was a really good update there from Steve Johnson. And so I understand this past week was a tribal council meeting at Honda. And one of the items that was discussed was support for Oak Flat from the Honorable Chairwoman or Chairman of San Carlos Apache Tribe. Could you introduce this segment?
Yes, Wednesday we had our tribal council meeting. We had it on KNNB for everyone to hear the topics, and one of them was to San Carlos Apache Tribe came to ask White Mountain Apache Tribe to reaffirm their support in their fight to save Oak Flat. And we have a brief interview to show you with Chairman Rambler. I managed to catch up with him and ask him if I could ask him a few questions so that we could show you, the viewers. So let's take a look.
Good afternoon. We are here with Tribal Chairman of the San Carlos Apache Tribe, Chairman Terry Rambler. And this is Chairwoman Gwendena Lee-Gatewood, filming and asking the questions at the same time. Chairman Rambler, today we had our council meeting with White Mountain Apache Tribe and San Carlos Apache Tribe about Oak Flat. Why should all Arizonans care about Oak Flat, Chichil, Bitagotel, and the threats from mining?
Well, at the core of this is the freedom of religion, the ability to practice our faith. On the Christianity side, you can go to a structure, a building, and go inside and pray. But with the Apache religion, they practice within the environment what our Creator God provided us. And that's what's happening at Oak Flat. Our people go up there to pray within the environment, using those natural elements that our Creator God provided to us. So whether it's on the Christianity side or whether it's on the traditional side, they both do the same thing. They're reaching out humbly, asking our Creator God for guidance, for prayer, for better things in life. And that's what it's all about. It's just that freedom of religion, the ability to be connected to our Creator God.
Thank you. That is so important. Another question I have is, why should all Apaches and all Native people join in supporting the San Carlos Apache Tribe? And I understand there is another group, Apache Stronghold. We do have viewers that occasionally will ask questions about those things, so I resort to you to enlighten us on that.
It's really important for tribes to stand together. Federally recognized tribes are recognized by the federal government, and we are considered sovereigns, no matter if we may be considered dependent sovereigns. We are still sovereigns, and as sovereigns, we need to be able to take that lead and be able to fight for our people on those issues that are very important to us. In this particular case, it's the protection of water, our freedom of religion, natural resources, and to avoid destruction and waste that will affect our children 40 years from now, 100 years from now. And right now it's Oak Flat. The next year, 5 years from now, it'll be other areas that will affect other tribes and maybe even us. So we need to stand together and being united against this.
And finally, how should people show their support? What can they do?
Well, at the local level, at the tribal level, please talk to your representatives, where it's the chairwoman, the vice chairman, or your district councils, and encourage them to support the Saving Oak Flat. And at the congressional level, write to Congressman Tom O'Halloran, Senator Mark Kelly, and Senator Kirsten Sinema, and encourage them to support Saving Oak Flat.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time today, and to the San Carlos delegation that came to White Mountain Apache Tribe to stand in solidarity to save Oak Flat. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, thank you.
So that was a very long discussion. It went several hours, and in the end, the vote was 6-4, 6-1-4. 6 tribal council were for solidarity and support. 1 was against, and 4 were abstaining. They didn't vote yes or no. They just elected not to vote. But they didn't vote.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of times our tribal members are like, that's why you're there. You got to vote yes or no. It's either yes or no. The only time, Jerry, that I have abstained was when there was a vote to include me to get a tribal car, and I said I said no. But when it came to vote, I just went ahead and said I will abstain, because there was 1 or 2 other people included in that, and you know, if they needed a car, I didn't want to be the one that made them not get their car. But for me, myself, that was the time that I was like, you know, I already told you my reasons why, but I will abstain. But abstaining, I don't know what to say about abstaining in general, you know. But that's what happened. And we had a very good testimony from Ramon Riley, who is our cultural person, an elder. He's a part of the NAGPRA leadership for the Indian tribes all over, very well versed in the sacredness of our land and our culture and heritage and who we are as Indigenous people. And just teaching us about the sacred sanctity of our land, water, and our people. So, and San Carlos came, and it was a long discussion, but in the end, White Mountain Apache Tribe stands in solidarity.
So I understand Chairman Rambler brought the Vice Chairman Teo Epson and former White Mountain attorney Alex Ritchie. Yeah. And so,
Councilwoman Valerie Key Cheney.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought it was very well done. Good questions. Very clear, dynamic, HD quality phone you got there. And let's see, regarding that extensions, I think that was appropriate when you did abstain that one time, because it involved you. And that was, I remember, it wasn't, you didn't introduce that, and that wasn't supposed to be about you, but it got tagged in there at the end, and so you got out of it. But still today, you're not driving any new flashy tribal vehicle. You still have the same Chevy Impala that both you and I got when we started working for Chairman Ronnie Lupi in 2006. That's a long time ago.
15 years.
Still running right now.
Yeah, it's
15 years.
It's in the 400,000 mile range, and I'm missing a hubcap, but that's okay. Hey,
looks like we got
the horseshoe pictures are here. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can
Isaiah.
Okay, they're there. So we'll come back to the Cherry Rambler. I wanted to say something on that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So guys, you're competing today. How are you feeling? You ready?
Feeling nervous, feeling all the butterflies, you know.
Yeah. How many are entered up?
Right now there's I would say over 30 pitchers. That's the lower class in the morning right now, and the afternoon is gonna be the higher percentage. In the championship group is 6 of us, including Isaiah and Brandon Goblish.
Oh, good. And Jerry, do you have a question?
Yeah, they look really cold. Where's your jackets? You guys, okay, you're not nervous no more. I got you to laugh. There you go. Well, good luck, you guys. I know you guys are very reputable in the horseshoe pitching world, and represent us as best you can. You know, bring back the championship if you can. Boy, oh boy, you did once upon a time in the past, and so. Prayers going to you guys, and have fun and enjoy the moment. But bring back the trophy.
Hey, explain your Apache Outlaws. How'd you come up with that name, and who designed the shirt?
The shirt's designed by Fernando Altaha and Brandon Tenejith here. They are the ones who actually initiated this group. We all kind of travel different places, and as Jerry had mentioned, these guys are reputable. Brandon Goldcliff isn't here with us, but he's around here somewhere. We'll try to get a hold of him. But him, myself, and Brandon here, the double outlaws. We become part of this Apache Outlaws, and we're here to represent our people, our families, our land, and our way of life. And as you can see on the back of this shirt, maybe Brandon can explain it on the back.
On the back has the tribal seal. It has our name, last name, and all of the horseshoes that most of us pitch with, and they're called M&M specials. And on the right side we have the Arizona flag, with the same thing with the horseshoes. Then on this side we have the tribal seal with the horseshoes.
So that definitely kind of is an explanation point as far as how we are representing our people and our tribe. And
Cool.
do the best we can. Brandon here is seated number 1.
All right.
And I am Isaiah Lee is seated number 3, and Brandon Goldcliff is seated number 6. And
Wow.
yeah, likely one of us will come home with a place, at least first, second, or third, or fourth, or fifth, or sixth.
That's great. They're in the top 10, Jerry. They're in the top 10 at the state.
Good, good.
And
I like
good
how
luck.
they're sporting the mask too. The
tribal seal mask. Yep.
You know what?
Well, you're putting the tribe on the map there.
Well, that's true. But here's the other thing too. There are probably 20 or 25 more pitchers on the res that are very, very good, and they could be in the top 10 also. Every one of them, or there's 25, they'll be in the top 25. Yes, top 25.
Wow. Well, we need to get them to those tournaments, and maybe we can, try to help them get there, showcase their talent. I understand that even the tough non-tribal members, non-natives, come to Lucky 7 or Wiener Roast or wherever to compete against our tribal members, so that it helps them get better. And they also want to compete against Mr. Number 1 there, Brandon Tenejith, because it helps them to get better. So that says a lot about the caliber of expert pitchers from the tribe. So
yeah, there's a little side note on that is those who come to Lucky 7 or Wiener Roast or anywhere else there's a tournament on the reservation, those who are non-tribal members have a pretty tough time winning. They really do. It's a difficult place to win on the reservation because you have so many tough competitors there.
Wow.
All right.
Well, we're rooting
Okay.
for you. Good luck. And thank you for taking some time out. I know you guys are busy preparing, and I know my dad used to always get after us if my brothers were going to rodeo. He'd be like, "Don't get on the horse. It's for your brothers. Don't do this." So I feel like I'm interrupting their train of thought while they're interviewing. So good luck, you guys. Bring home the championship and place however, number 1, 2, and 3, however it works out. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Cool. Yeah. And Isaiah Lee, is he any relation to you?
Yeah, he's my older brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up the youngest of a family of 11, 6 brothers and 5 sisters, and I'm the youngest. And it's
Yeah. You should have told him if you were what you were saying about how your dad used to get the guys prepped up. You should have said the same thing. Go do push-ups. Go run over there. Run that. I mean, you should have put him to work
Be
right there.
prepared. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow, it looks beautiful out there, and it's warm down in Phoenix, so really awesome. And wow, we got number 1 rank, number 3, and number 4. My goodness, and then a whole bunch of other tribal members that are within the top 30. And so wow, that's good representation. So best of luck to them.
Yeah, best of luck.
All right, Chairwoman. Last week, I guess we had some misunderstanding regarding first thing first. Would you introduce this segment while I drink something?
Yes. First things first, they're very important to early childhood development for children. And last week, if you remember from the show, Feather Springler and Donna Faye Whitesinger were to be guests, but we had somewhat of a date misunderstanding. Perfectly understandable, but we're so grateful that they could join us today. Mr. Producer, if you could put them on. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and how you're involved with First Things First. We'll start with Donna Faye.
Well, good morning, Chairwoman, and good morning, everyone. I'm Donna Faye Whitesinger, and I've been involved with First Things First for almost 10 years now. I've served on the White Mountain Regional Committee and have served as the vice chair for many years.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Feather?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Feather Springler. I'm the regional director of First Things First for White Mountain Apache Tribe, and I've been in this position for a little over 2 years now.
Oh, good. Welcome. And I'll start off with the question that I've been wanting to ask. What is First Things First, and how does First Things First work in the region for our tribe? And a second part of that is, why does early childhood matter? So whoever wants to take.
Yeah, I'll go first. So an interesting fact to share with the viewers is that from birth to age 5, a child's brain develops more than any other time in their life. In fact, 90% of their brain is developed and before kindergarten, and that's why Arizona voters created First Things First, and it's a statewide organization which helps the healthy development and education of young children so that they're ready for kindergarten. And there's local regional partnership councils across the state of Arizona. There's actually 28 in total, and White Mountain Apache Tribe is one of those councils. And we are made up of 11 community volunteers. Right now, our council has 10 volunteers, and their seats range from business seat to health to school administrator, even a parent and a early childhood educator. And they all decide how our funds are going to be spent to support young children in their healthy development and be ready for kindergarten.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Early childhood is very important. 0 to 5 is the time when they absorb the most, and that's so key to our children. So the follow-up question, why does early childhood matter? I don't know if you want Donna Faye to answer that one. Donna Faye?
I think that we all are familiar with being parents or just having young people in our families, how important it is to be able to develop relationships with the young people in our homes and households. But what that is doing is that we hope that by building healthy, strong little people in our communities, that they then in turn begin to develop their own healthy and strong families. With healthy families, we are able to build healthy communities. That when we look to our young people, that they are more than just children, that they are our future. And so investing the time in being able to help them to develop the skills that they need now is so important to being able to build the healthy future that we want in our communities.
Very, very important. Early childhood. Jerry, do you have a question or a comment?
We have a pretty diverse, large audience on Saturday here. And is there anything you would like to inform the viewers or invite them to any kind of event or give them the welcome of calling or finding out more about what or how First Things First can help them? Any of you?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Depending on what region you live in, you can always go to firstThingsFirst.org and look for your region and see what services are available there. Here in White Mountain Apache, our Regional Partnership Council funds multiple grants, both statewide and regional. The regional grants that we have are with Summit Healthcare. They do parenting counts workshops in CBQ, White River, and McNairy. They provide outreach to families who have young children and helping them to support their young children with how to educate them from home or provide educational activities, even support their behavior and development. And the person who you can contact for that program is Sylvia Hinton. She can be reached at 928-367-6550. And that's Sylvia Hinton for the Parenting Counts workshops. Another regional grant that we have is called Parents as Teachers program, and it's with the Arizona's Children Association. And they were actually recently awarded. So right now they're ramping up in the White Mountain Apache Tribe region. And the Parents as Teachers program is helping children with who don't qualify for IDEA Part B or Part C. So the instructors for that will help the families promote physical, cognitive, social, and emotional intervention. And then our last grant that was also recently awarded is with Association for Supportive Childcare. And they are going to be doing the Kith and Kin project for really any family, friend, or neighbor who provides childcare to not just the children in their home, but at least one other children who does not reside with them. And they'll be able to support this caregiver with education materials, how the child's feeding habits should be, their sleeping habits, and even provide safety materials like a car seat and a crib and outlet covers, just so, because this population don't normally consider themselves child caregivers. It's like grandma watching her grandchild. And so this program is specifically for them.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I have a question for White Mountain Apache specifically. Are you incorporating our traditional language in any of your assessments or dialogues of teaching, what have you?
Yeah,
Heather, do you
it is encouraged. It is in region. We encourage encourage that it's someone who knows our community well, preferably someone who speaks Apache, so that they're able to communicate with grandma or grandpa or aunt and uncle. And in their curriculum, we try to support them with including the cultural responsiveness. That way, our families are learning Apache as well, whether that be Apache songs or including Apache language in books or in their curriculum.
And one of the other things that I'm not quite certain is the recent project that the chairwoman yourself was involved in. I think right before the pandemic hit, we were working on translating books that were available online into Apache. So our young children, preschool age, could have access to it either on a device or a laptop or whatever it might be. And that individual, you being one of them, would read that story to them in Apache, and then they would have that screen time. We have a little committee that has been developed, and we've been working with the committee for over a year now. I guess it's 2 years. You know, the pandemic has really thrown me off. 2 years in trying to develop more materials or accessibility to language for 0 to 5, and being able to provide materials for our children who are in preschool or families who might need additional support. So that's an exciting endeavor. We have several teachers from CiviQ School who've also been involved in translating some of those books. So we're excited to be able to release them to the public here soon.
Thank you. I know when I read the books and with all the other ladies, we had such a great time, and the stories that were told and how they're told, I really, really appreciate that. And it's very important for children to start, learning and just expressing themselves, and it's never too late. And we're so very grateful. And I'm so very grateful for your involvement, both of you, for the education of our children. It is so important. It's the foundation, the core, the beginning core development of who they will become. And education, we're always learning. It never stops, but you're one of the help out there. So Jerry?
Do you have an office locally in the White River area or on the res somewhere?
No, before the
So it's
pandemic
just
had happened,
Hinton's.
we were
Okay.
having discussion on having an office at the Department of Education. But since we do have an office in Pine Top, right across El Rancho by the Justice Court area, so that's where we're located.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you
All
give
right,
us
well,
that phone number one more time of Hinton, Miss Hinton?
Oh yeah, for Hinton, her number is 367-6550. And then for the Parents as Teachers program, viewers can contact Toniqua Parker or Claude Infield at 480-647-9233. And then for those interested in learning more about the Kith and Kin project, can contact Brianna Infield at 928-421-4083. And I know I also wanted to talk about Week of the Young Child. Today is Week of the Young Child is April 10th through the 16th. So today is the kickoff event for Week of the Young Child. It is an annual celebration sponsored by the National Association for the Education of Young Children. And it's to focus the public's attention on the needs of young children and their families, and to recognize early childhood programs and services that meet those needs. This year, First Things First is partnering with the Arizona Association for the Education of Young Children to support this and to bring awareness to all families. It is also the 50th annual celebration of Week of the Young Child, and it's usually fun-filled events all week. So today is kickoff Saturday. Thank you, Chairwoman, for having us here on your show. And thank you for also sharing with us a proclamation to declare Week of the Young Child and supporting early childhood. Monday is usually Music Monday. Tuesday is Tasty Tuesday. Wednesday is Work Together Wednesday. Then Artsy Thursday and Family Friday. This year we have an event on Thursday to celebrate Week of the Young Child, and it's open to all community members who have children birth to 5, and it is virtual over Zoom. And I'll be able to share that either on my social media later, or I can email it out to tribal employees as well. And the activities we'll be doing is having the White Mountain Apache Tribe Queen Court there with us, as well as a show and tell scavenger hunt, kidding around yoga, and a story by an Apache elder. And that's free and open to the public.
Oh, nice. That's great. Di istanay chigashit asad darul irak o ashla Egypt lerau zao bich arau di how bishot ahi how irau ahi chigasha ayadaitis hat inaraila hat irau ahi dak ora haji dayutan. I want chigasha bicharan di otaki yarabini let the haji down no sehe indes das leon hat inarabin floki ayin dan zelye da yeranil ado leshibiwa. First things first, dashin dio la di ashonda tala feather springler Donna Faye Whitesinger. Istana koyet zlikaisan in debel dan pleni ba keranti na a di dasanol di first things first. Week of the Young Child diola a hatiba nalgai. Da computer Thursday hatino le. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Great program. Yes, thank you. We'll see ya.
Wow, good. All right. So a lot of information there, and they're doing good work. So let's support them. Okay, Chairwoman, I believe a family from CBQ has a special presentation. Did you want to?
Yeah, it's a photo. Yeah, Mr. Producer, if you could put the photo up there. And Corleone Dupree, he's right there, the tallest one. He's from CBQ. The family wanted me to mention that he graduated on April 9 from the 1st 72nd Field Artillery Basic Combat Training. This is part of their graduation ceremony. And the family from CBQ went out all the way to Fort Sill, Oklahoma to be there and to support Mr. Dupree. He's the son of Amanda Dupree. He graduated from Dischibico High School last year, and he's representing the White Mountain Apache Tribe. So congratulations, Corleone. Thank you for serving our country, fighting for the red, white, and blue. We're so very grateful for your sacrifice and service. And thank you to his family for allowing him to serve. It takes the caliber of a person to go and do that. And we're so very grateful to our servicemen and women who do their part so that we could all be able to express our opinions and to live in the United States of America.
Excellent. Very excellent. I remember him. He was one of the twin towers for the CBQ Wildcats 2 years ago.
He's a twin? I didn't know he was a twin.
Yeah. No, I mean, there was another,
like two people that were tall?
They
Okay.
They switched, And so they went far into the state playoffs. And but it's good that he's where he's doing now, representing his family very well, representing CBQ very well, and representing White Mountain Apache Tribe very well.
Yes.
Salute. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, salute. And serving our country. Thank you.
Okay, Chairwoman, last week, Saturday, I introduced that I ran into Buzzy Webb as I was getting my vehicle serviced, and I happened to be at Sunrise Tire area in Wagon Wheel. Remember the old drive-through theater?
Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we used to all pile in the back of the pickup truck.
Yeah. And I don't know if we were ever snuck in, if Mom and Dad put us in the trunk or something. I don't know, but we'll just leave it right there. But anyway, right behind the Sunrise Tire Shop, there happened to be a small plaza, and I was just moseying around waiting. and I noticed some old photos, and I was like, wow, this is cool. And I started reading on them, and then I went to go to the other store. Then I came out, and there was an older fella in an old truck. And I thought, wow, who's this guy? I bet he's, I wonder if he's part of the Webb family. So I kind of followed him to the garage, and I talked to the other younger guy, and I said, do you know if this is the Webb family? Do you know where? And he just went that way. He just went, pointed this way. Him, the older man that just walked in. So I went right straight up to him. He saw me, and he kind of knew what was, how I was curious I was. But his name is Buzzy Webb. And I shot just a raw 2 minutes, 18 seconds video on regarding some photos that were right in front. And so he's mentioning some tribal members from long ago, Chairwoman, like a generation ahead of us. And they were a big part of establishing sawmills all over White Mountain. In this particular case, it's Vernon. And he talks about 1967. I recall that one because I was born in 67, and there was snowing for 2 weeks straight. So everybody was stuck, for his words. But anyway, if Mr. Producer, he would just show, and maybe we can learn more about sawmill industry, how it all started long ago.
Gentlemen, hi, this is Jerry. I just happened to be walking in the neighborhood in Sholo getting my truck service. But guess what? I ran into a gem of White Mountain.
Buzzy Webb.
Yes, his name is Buzzy Webb, but he is a pure gem to be found. He is right here. Buzzy Webb, ladies and gentlemen. And so he wants to talk and share about some old photos. Right here is one of them.
Okay, this is above Earl Park. This was in '67 when we had the deep snow. That snow's 4 and 5 feet deep there. It's so deep that we couldn't get our equipment out. And
it snowed for 2 weeks straight in December 1967.
Right. So, okay, this is a Fatco's mill yard. That's a log truck that we bought. I started logging for Fatco in 1966 on the 6th of July.
Wow.
But I started logging. My first log truck driving job was in Forestdale off of Fort Ridge in 1951. I was 11 years old. I've been chasing all around all of this time on this reservation. The early part of this is in Vernon, where I grew up. The Apaches run the sawmill out there from White River.
Yeah.
And they, the Quinteros, Bobby and George Quintero.
Yeah.
West Anderson.
Yeah.
Dorothy and Gertie Clausen, Joe Clausen, Montana Cromwell. This is who I started logging with and went to school with clear up until we was in the 6th grade. And no, I got a lot of this on thumb drive. I'll find one, get it to you, and when you want to look at it, I'll tell you all the stories.
Okay. Well, that was Buzzy Webb here sharing some of information of the photos right in front of his store. It's called Grandpa Goose. All right, we'll see you later.
All right, yeah. So I didn't know who this older fellow was. He just came out, and but I've heard the name Buzzy Webb, Carl Webb, and they've been part of the sawmill life here at White Mountain Apache Tribe. A lot of little sawmills here and there.
Yeah.
And he mentioned your father, that he and your father would do something special in the church every Sunday, and they became very good friends.
Yeah, and my dad comes from a lumber industry. He would tell me that he used to make matches down in the valley too, at a match plant. And then he was a lumber grader, and he always would bring out lumber to me. And he's like, it's very important that you learn about lumber, Gwendena. Okay, this is what you call a knot, and what a dry kiln was, a green chain puller, what every part of the sawmill, who does what, and even went to teach me how to operate a heister, and I'm thinking, why do I need to learn this, Dad? You know, back in junior high and high school, but very grateful for his teachings, because how my dad taught about lumber, he would then apply it to something else in a life lesson, because lumber was what he knew. I grew up in Sholo, right in front of Reed Head Lumber Company, and sawdust, you know, on the house. But you know, I'm very, very humbled by how I grew up, and the lumber industry. It does a lot to help our local economy, and very grateful for Buzzy Webb. Thank you.
My dad too. He started right out of high school, out of Stewart, Nevada, and then been in the sawmill all the way. Started out at $1.25 an hour, and then finished that shipping superintendent. A lot of good things. He used to say, "I'm late." You know, used to kind of get cranky in the morning, and so he'd leave like around 7:20, and work starts at 8. The whistle blows at 8. But he's already out the door at 7. I'm late, you know, and he'd get upset. And so it was kind of good for us, the kids, because we would eat what mom made for him. But anyway, yeah, so that was good. That was good. All right, Chairwoman, I know the clock is ticking here, but we have a survey that has just been started. Can you talk about this? And maybe the producer can show some of the graphics on this here.
Yes, the Tribal Council, Monday, we have a special council meeting, and one of the subject matters of our council meeting on Monday, we're meeting with Sunrise, but following that, what's on the agenda is lifting the ban on alcohol. And a very, very sensitive, complex issue. And there's two sides to everything. And some of the discussions that were made, not there particularly, but by people in general, is that one, the revenue. It's a revenue generating item. People that come to enjoy our lakes and streams, people that are not from our reservation, that are not members, you know, they want to go have family picnics, and they want to buy a camping and fishing permit, but they also want to enjoy socializing with their families, and some of them do it through alcohol. So those kinds of things are on the table. And then on the other side is alcohol plagues our people. That's a fact. And not everyone, but in some way we have all been affected by alcohol in one way or another. So that's another side of the coin. And we did a survey. I want your opinion. I want your strong input in this, because it's going to go to vote, and it's going to affect the tribe, whether it, whichever way it goes, whether the yes vote wins or the no vote. But we posted a survey today, and it'll be up until Monday. And you can go there and do the survey, and it's been generating a lot of responses, and very, very complex issue. But here it is, out of 227 or 327 responses. It looks like the age group 34 there in blue are saying, let's see, the blue is the yes vote and the no vote is the red. So the question is, do you support—
the bottom screen, right,
yeah,
Chairwoman?
the bottom screen. Do you
Yes,
support reintroducing alcohol sales back on the reservation? Out of 327 responses, 55% are saying no, 41% are saying yes, and it's up there for you to do the survey. And Mr. Producer, if you're able to put the survey link up where they could go, you could go to our Chairwoman page. I have it on my personal page. It's going to be on our YouTube, and also just go there and do the survey. And there's the link right there.
Wow, that's a lot of different letters and numbers and symbols. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's on your Facebook page, huh?
Yes, it is. It
Okay.
is.
Okay. So people can put in their opinion. 327 already did, and they showed the breakdown of the age groups that were participating. But it looks like right now the no's have more votes of do you support having or lifting the alcohol ban? Wait, I'm sorry, Chairwoman, I got a little lost there, but the people are voting on what exactly, yes or no?
If
Yes,
they want to, if they want to reintroduce alcohol on the
reintroduce.
reservation, yeah.
Okay,
Right
and
now,
most of them said no.
right now we have a ban. We're saying absolutely we cannot.
Right,
Honda, the bar top doesn't serve. The liquor store closed down in White River. And some of the arguments made was it generates a lot of revenue for the tribe. And I think Honda was saying it produces you know, a good chunk of change in a month for that. And Sunrise, you know, when people go skiing, they want to relax at the end of the day, kind of thing. You know, there's varying opinions on this subject matter. It's complex, and here's where you have to evaluate the pros and the cons and make a decision in the best interest of the White Mountain Apache tribe. It's a very, very sensitive subject. There's different people feel about this in a different way. There's some people that say, you know, I'm an adult, I'm capable of making my decisions. Who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do? That type of argument is existing right now throughout the United States in other areas. But here at home, this is something that we'll be going to vote on, and your input is necessary, and especially because this is something that I know that is complex, and you know, I would like to know how you feel.
Okay, very good, very good. And it's real neat the way the producer is breaking it down based on the people that are volunteering their comments.
Yes.
All right, Chairwoman. Well, do you have anything else? We are at the end here as far as what I have, but is there anything else you're wanting to announce before we go to closing prayer?
No. I just to be aware of Earth Week that's coming up. We have Dispatcher Week that's coming up. We all thank our dispatchers. They're key in all 911 calls. They're the first on the phone that assess situations. And thanks to our dispatchers here on the reservation that do their part to help our first responders. That's coming up. We have Earth Week coming up. We have a lot of different activities that are coming out, and sunrise dances are back in the swing of things, and people are enjoying. Yeah, people are enjoying being out and about, and they're wearing their mask, Jerry, which is really good.
Good. And so one of our coworkers is having one this weekend at Cibiq. Shannon Thompson's daughter is having it, and Beverly Malone is using up what leave time she has, and because of the 2 holidays that we recently got, she gained some time. So I think her date for actual retirement is not this coming week now. It might go into the latter part of next week or early next week. So she bought some time, a little bit, but we'll probably share more on that at the next show. Gosh, what else? And then Administrative Professional Days is coming soon. And so, yeah, very, very busy. We're still, and then also this Wednesday, I think another round of food distribution coming in. And so if you can prepare for that, spread the word. People, it's open to everyone. Anyone can get a box of free food. All right, Chairwoman. Well, that is it, I guess. Did you have anyone to conduct the closing prayer today?
No, I did not. I was in San Carlos yesterday to pay my respects to my uncle Knutson. It was really good to see the family out there. Came home real late. and I still had a lot of stuff that I had to do, and then also stopped in and saw Shannon and Caitlin out in Cibecue, stayed there for a bit with my sister, and we had an EPA call and then another call that I asked you to do because I was just in all these places. So thank you for helping me with those. But no, I did not do a closing prayer designation. So if Mr. Producer wants to do the prayer, I would not mind if he would be able to. And he doesn't have to be on the screen. He could just give us his voice.
Okay.
So how do I suppose I should know how to add myself, right? Okay, let's pray. I'd be happy to do that. Thank you, guys. God, we just thank you so much. Thank you for our leaders. And God, we continually pray that you would guide us, that you would direct us, that you would give us your wisdom as we lead. And Father, we just give you the praise for all of these programs that were represented. We pray for those fires, that you would just be with those firefighters that are fighting the fires. And God, that you would protect them. And so I thank you for Jerry. Thank you for the chairwoman, for all of the work that they do. And we just give you all of the praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I still got the long hair.
Have a good week.
Yeah, I still got the long hair yet, Chair. I came so close to getting it cut, and I was
Jerry,
you got to grow it this long.
Oh yeah. But I almost was going to get a haircut using the producer's hair cutter. Ooh, I can't do it. I can't do it, Chairwoman.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Have
All right,
a great
we'll see ya.
weekend. And Jerry's going to keep growing his hair, I think. So.